You know, there's something I've been thinking about lately. How many of us, as we get a little older, find ourselves wanting to stay in our own homes, surrounded by the memories we've made, the furniture we've loved, the quiet routines that feel like old friends. But let's be honest, living alone can come with its worries. Maybe you've thought, what if I take a fall and can't reach the phone? Or, how do I keep up with deliveries or visitors when getting to the door feels like a chore? And let's not even talk about those days when you just forget whether you took your medication. But here's the good news. Technology has come a long way. And I'm not talking about gadgets that require a degree in computer science to operate. Nope. Today, we're going to talk about simple, stress-free tools designed specifically to make life easier, safer, and more enjoyable for folks like you and me. The best part? You don't need to be a tech whiz to use them. In fact, most of these gadgets work right out of the box. No complicated setups, no confusing buttons, just peace of mind, one device at a time. So, let's dive into 5 gadgets that can transform how you experience life at home. We'll start with 3 today, and I'll walk you through each one step by step. By the end, I think you'll be surprised at how doable and delightful this tech stuff can be. First up, medical alert systems. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't those just for emergencies? Well, yes, and that's exactly why they're so brilliant. Imagine wearing a lightweight pendant or wristband with a button you press if you ever need help. No fumbling for a phone, no dialing numbers. Just one click, and you're connected to a real person who'll send help right away, whether it's a family member, a neighbor, or an ambulance. And here's the kicker. Many of these systems don't even require a monthly contract anymore. You can buy them outright, charge them like a hearing aid, and forget about them until you need them. It's like having a guardian angel in your pocket. Now, let's talk about something we all deal with. Packages, visitors, or even just checking who's at the door. That's where a video doorbell comes in. Picture this. Instead of rushing to the door when the bell rings, you can see who's there on a screen, whether it's your living room tablet, your TV, or even your old landline phone. You can talk to the delivery person and say, "Just leave it on the porch, thanks." Or tell your grandkids, "Come on in, the door's unlocked." No more worrying about strangers or missed deliveries. And setting one up? Easier than programming a microwave. Most models stick right onto your door frame with adhesive. No drilling, no wires. Just peace of mind, right at your fingertips. And finally, let's tackle a problem so many of us face. Remembering to take our pills. Meet the automatic pill dispenser. This little wonder holds your medications, sorted by day and time. And when it's time for a dose, it beeps, loud enough to hear from another room, and dispenses exactly the pills you need. No more double dosing or skipped medications. Some even come with a lock to keep things secure. It's like having a nurse in your kitchen, minus the small talk. Now, I know change can feel daunting, especially when it involves something new. But here's the thing. These gadgets aren't about keeping up with the latest trends. They're about you, your safety, your comfort, your freedom. And the beauty is, you don't have to adopt them all at once. Start with one. See how it feels. Maybe it's the medical alert system that lets you garden without worry, or the pill dispenser that gives your family one less thing to fret about. So, take a breath. Think about which of these might fit into your life. And when you're ready, we'll explore a few more tools that can turn your home into a haven of convenience without any tech headaches. Because living alone shouldn't mean feeling alone. With the right gadgets in your corner, you're not just managing, you're thriving. And hey, if you're already nodding along thinking, "I could use one of these," just wait. we're only getting started. You know, sometimes it's the little things that make the biggest difference, like the way a single lamp can light up a whole room, or how a well-placed step stool saves you from straining to reach the top shelf. The gadgets we've already talked about, the medical alert system, the video doorbell, the pill dispenser. They're like those quiet helpers that give you back a bit of control, a bit of ease. But why stop there? Let's keep building that toolkit, because living well isn't just about solving problems. It's about creating space for joy, too. Take this next gadget, for example. Imagine sitting in your favorite chair, thinking, I wish I could turn down the thermostat without getting up. Or I'd love to hear that song from my wedding day again. Well, meet your new companion, the smart speaker. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, oh, that's for the grandkids, hear me out. These little devices, whether it's an Amazon Echo, a Google Nest, or something similar, are designed to listen to you. And I don't mean in a nosy way. You talk to it like you'd talk to a friend. Say, hey Google, play Frank Sinatra, and suddenly, Fly Me to the Moon fills the room. Or, Alexa, remind me to water the plants at 10 a.m. tomorrow. It'll chime in right on time, gentle as a tap on the shoulder. But here's where it gets really handy. You can ask it to call your daughter, hands-free. No more holding the phone while you're folding laundry or stirring a pot on the stove. Just say, call Susan, and you're chatting away. And if you've got smart light bulbs or a smart thermostat, you can adjust the lights or temperature without lifting a finger. Turn off the bedroom lamp from the couch. Done. Now, I know some folks worry about privacy. Fair enough. But these speakers have mute buttons, so you can turn off the microphone anytime. It's all about what you need, when you need it. Now, let's talk about something we all have to deal with, but rarely enjoy. Housework. Sweeping, vacuuming, mopping. It's tiring on the knees, isn't it? Enter the robot vacuum. Picture a little disc, no taller than your coffee mug, zooming around your floors like a diligent little helper. You set it on its charger in the corner, press a button, and off it goes, sucking up crumbs, pet hair, dust bunnies, you name it. When it's done, it toddles back to its charger, all by itself. Some models even let you schedule cleanings, every Tuesday and Friday at 11 a.m., for instance. You come home from errands, and the floors are spotless. No pushing, no bending, no fuss. And don't worry, these aren't the clunky, temperamental machines from years ago. Modern robot vacuums handle rugs, hardwood, even thresholds between rooms. If it gets stuck, it'll beep politely for help. And here's a bonus. Grandkids love them. They'll name it, cheer it on, maybe even decorate it with stickers. It's not just a vacuum. It's a conversation starter. Now, I can already hear some of you thinking, but what if I don't want gadgets taking over my home? That's the beauty of all this. You're in charge. These tools aren't here to replace your routines. They're here to support them. The smart speaker doesn't care if you only use it for music and weather updates. The robot vacuum won't judge if you only run it once a week. Start small. Maybe you'll fall in love with asking for the news every morning. Or maybe you'll just enjoy watching that little vacuum zip under the couch. Either way, you're giving yourself one less chore, one less worry. Because here's the truth. Technology isn't about keeping up with the times. It's about making the time you have yours. Easier, safer, fuller. And the more of these little helpers you invite in, the more you'll realize how much energy you've been spending on things that, well, frankly, a gadget could handle. Energy you could save for a phone call with an old friend, a walk in the garden, or finally tackling that jigsaw puzzle that's been gathering dust. So, take a moment. Think about what you could use a little help with. Maybe it's a voice to remind you of appointments, or a pair of hands to keep the floors clean. Whatever it is, remember, these aren't luxuries. They're tools, just like your trusty can opener or your favorite reading lamp. And the best part? They're here to work for you, not the other way around. Now, I've got one more thing to share. Something that ties all these gadgets together into a safety net that lets you breathe easier. But let's save that for next time. For now, why not jot down a note or two about what we've covered? Maybe circle back to that video doorbell idea, or ask your son about that robot vacuum he's been raving about. Small steps, my friend. Small steps lead to big changes. You know, when I think about all the tools we've talked about, the medical alert system, the video doorbell, the pill dispenser, the smart speaker, the robot vacuum, it strikes me how they're like pieces of a puzzle. On their own, each one solves a specific problem. But put them together, they create something bigger, a sense of security, a little more freedom, and yes, even a touch of fun. It's not about turning your home into a spaceship. It's about weaving a safety net so gentle, you'll hardly notice it's there, until you need it. Take that medical alert pendant. It's not just a button. It's a promise that help is always within reach. Pair it with the video doorbell, and suddenly, you're not just safer from falls. You're safer from unexpected visitors, too. Add the pill dispenser, and your family can breathe easier, knowing you're on track with your medications. The smart speaker becomes your hands-free helper, and the robot vacuum, well, that's just pure magic for your floors. Together, they don't just make life easier, they give you back time. Time you'd have spent worrying, cleaning, or scrambling for the phone. Time you deserve to spend on the things that truly matter. Now, I won't pretend there aren't moments when all this tech talk feels overwhelming. Change can be intimidating, especially when it involves something new. But here's what I've learned. It's okay to take it slow. You don't have to be an expert overnight. Start with one gadget that speaks to you, the one that solves the problem that nags at you most. Maybe it's the pill dispenser quietly organizing your daily meds, or the smart speaker playing your favorite big band tunes on command. Let that first win give you confidence. Then, when you're ready, add another. Before you know it, you'll wonder how you ever managed without these little helpers. And let's not forget the best part. None of this requires you to be techie. These gadgets are designed for real life, for butterfingers, for forgetful moments, for I just want things to work days. If you can press a button on your TV remote, you can press a button on a medical alert pendant. If you can ask a grandchild for help, you can ask a smart speaker to play Nat King Cole. It's all about simplicity. So, what's next? Well, that's up to you. Maybe this week, you'll mention the video doorbell to your daughter during your Sunday call. Or perhaps you'll jot down robot vacuum on your shopping list. Whatever you do, remember this. Every small step you take is a victory for your independence, your peace of mind, and your joy. I'd love to hear which gadget caught your eye, or maybe one you've already tried. Drop a comment below and let me know. Did the pill dispenser save your morning routine? Does your robot vacuum have a silly nickname? Your stories inspire all of us here. And if you found this helpful, why not share it with a friend? Pass it along to someone who'd appreciate a little tech-made ease in their day. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It's the best way to stay tuned for more chats like this. As we wrap up, I'll leave you with this. Getting older isn't about slowing down. It's about pacing yourself, surrounding yourself with what supports you, and savoring the moments that make life sweet. With these tools in your corner, you're not just keeping up. You're stepping into a life that's safer, simpler, and full of possibility. Here's to your home. May it always be your haven. And here's to you. May every day feel a little lighter, a little brighter, and entirely yours. Thanks for letting me share this time with you. Until next time, take good care and keep thriving.